Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Sarah with She Documents Life, and today I am bringing you my April 2024 project share. Today I am not going to be putting a timestamp in the description box, only because I only have one card to share with you, and I'm going to share that right off the bat. And then we'll move on to scrapbooking, which I have 18 layouts. It was a busy month. I went to a crop, and let me actually tell you that there were more than 18 layouts because at the crop I did work on my both sons' year in review pocket pages, but those are already sort of organized into their pockets, so I didn't want to take them out for this share. What I'm going to do is when I finish one of the year in review projects, I will just lay it out and we'll do a flip through together of the album. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to start off with the one card. I only made one card this month, but oh man, it's so pretty. So this card was created using Pink Fresh Studio Bundle that I bought at my little scrapbook store. It came with the stamps, the dies, and the stencils that help you color in these stamps. Look how pretty this is. And I also added in some glitter gel in the centers of the flowers just to give them a little extra sparkle. I put some of these clear drops on here. The sentiment that says sending love is embossed with silver embossing powder and then die cut out. And then this background paper was not blended. This is a Violet Studio 6x6 paper pad that I got from my little scrapbook store that already has this ombre effect on it. So I just cut it down to mat my florals on. Isn't that pretty? And I made it into a horizontal opening card long ways like this, just for some added interest. If you've never shopped with my little scrapbook store before, I highly encourage you to shop with them. And if it's your first time shopping, I will leave my discount code in the description box, in the description box below, and you can save 10% off of your very first order. It's a wonderful community. We have lots of fun over there. There's going to be a national or international scrapbooking day mini crop coming up this weekend, so I highly recommend going over and joining us for lots of fun. There'll be lots of giveaways and contests and challenges you can enter. All right, so moving on to layouts. First up, I made this March pocket page spread using Ellie's Studio March 2021 kit because I like to keep the kits to use with their specific month. And I'm way behind on scrapbooking, so you know, it is what it is. I matted all of my photos on some white cardstock so that they had that nice white border around them. And then this is a 4x6 card that came in the kit, and then I cut down a 3x4 card that has this fun, and I just added this on top. I love Ellie's Studio's puffy stickers, which all these stars and dots and hearts are their puffy stickers that are just, I just love their puffies. They have fantastic products. So that's the first sort of project life page I made this month. Let me clip them together. Let's move on to the second page. So I was using the same kit. All right, so with this kit, this is just going to go on the back of that page. It's just kind of things that we did during the month of March. And then here's where we sent out invites to my little guy's second birthday, and I made this into a flip. So here's the little invite. This will go into the pocket and this side will hang out of the pocket, and it's just a little flip. I used one of the tags that came in the kit, and I used one of my stamps from Ellie's Studio that has this font that matches the font that came in the kit. Also, this was stamped with that same stamp set. And then down here, normally this pocket would hold a 6x4 photo, but what I did was I split it up into two 3x4s, and I will just put some washi tape. Normally what I'll do is I'll just washi tape these two together, and then they'll slide perfectly into a 4x6 pocket. All right, so that is the second pocket page that I made this month. Then I also was working on a Crop and Create Delivered class. This was from 2021. Like I said, I'm way behind. I get so caught up in different things that I'm way behind on scrapbooking and on all of my class kits. But this was from, this was the last kit class I had to complete for the 2021 Crop and Create Delivered. This was Virginia Nebel's class using this Cartabella Summer collection. So we made, I had previously made one of the 2-page layouts, and I made 2 more plus a single page. So here's this. I just have to add in my journaling and my photos. Moving on, we have this page. Now what she did was she sort of made this a summer in review page, and she had the months labeled here, and then photos. I'm probably not going to do that because I don't know what photos I'm going to be using yet. But I'll add in photos onto these places and over in here, and then I'll add some journaling here. And if I want to, I can decide to go add the month in at some point here. A fun thing with this class is that we made all of these little paper embellishments. So we made these kites by hand, and we made all of these florals using punches. Here's the single page layout from that class. I thought that this was cute. I changed up the title to say Sweet Kid because let's face it, this is most likely going to be a page featuring one of my kids during the summer. So I gave it a nice generic title. This is a page I made to go in my baking traveler's notebook. So these are M&M Blondies. I used some old stash on this, really easy. And then I already put my double-sided tape on, and I'll just add this into the traveler's notebook. This layout is for my Scotland album. I used a stencil from Simple Stories from one of their new, I think it's from their Noteworthy collection or from True Colors. And I just put some gray ink through it so that I had the impression of these film strips behind, and I just did a grid layout using up some of my old stash on this one. Here's a faux pocket page. Sometimes I do this if I don't know that I'm going to have another pocket page on the back. So this is just showing, documenting a trip to Sesame Place that we took. And I used Chamel's main character energy on this layout. This was really fun. These are some flares from Scrap and Happy Studio. And then I did some stamping with the Chamel stamp set that came with main character energy. And we're going to have more main character energy projects coming up, but I didn't put them in order for that. So this is, I made this page using the Go Outside and Play collection from Photo Play. And then I pulled out all of my old bicycle stuff. I keep a box, and whenever there's an embellishment for a bicycle, I throw it in this little box and just keep it there like that. I still have to add in my journaling down here, but this is almost all the way done. Here, this is a layout that I did for my little scrapbook store for one of their Facebook Lives. I have to add in the date and the journaling on this, but this is documenting my son's 4th birthday party and following the April sketch for the April challenge, which was to basically have a big scattering of an icon going across your page diagonally. So I used the Simple Stories Say Cheese at the Park collection for this because it was a Mickey Mouse themed birthday party. So this one I also need to add in some journaling, but this was using 49 and Market Christmas Layout Kit. So they have these layout kits where basically you can make 4 layouts, and they have all of the pieces and the instructions, and then you can follow the kit exactly, or you can modify it to fit your needs. And so I followed the kit pretty much as I wanted to, you know, as they stated. I added in some enamel dots, I added in some gold splatter, and I changed up the orientation of the photo. They had a horizontal photo, I changed it to a vertical photo. Here's another Photo Play Go Outside and Play layout. This one was really fun, documenting a trip to the playground. And, you know, this was right after the playgrounds opened back up during, you know, our COVID times. I took the grass themed paper and I cut it with some fringe scissors, and I tucked little toys inside there to make it look like it was grass at the playground where there would be lots of kids' toys. I liked using the trees and this sticker to sort of create a scene. This is a Bella Pop from Bella Boulevard, and then these fun speech bubbles. I just had them going so that they looked like the kids were saying these things. I did add my journaling on here, and I finished it off with an epoxy flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. This is a layout showing an art project that the boys made, and I used my very favorite collection, which is Chamel's box of crayons, and I will hoard this collection for all days until the end of time, or I run out of it. I just love it. It is my most favorite collection that she's ever made. And yeah, I just did another sort of modified grid. So I had a grid on a rectangle rather than a square, and then I matted it onto squares. These film strips were from the journaling pad that came with that collection, and I just fussy cut them out to use as cluster bases, put in some washi, some stickers, and finished it off with the glitter enamel shapes that were in the collection and these fun rainbow photo corners. Then I did my journaling around the square, which is something that I like to do when I have a really square grid layout like this. Here's another layout featuring main character energy. And of course I had to scrapbook photo of my kid eating this bright red Elmo cupcake and getting red icing all over his face. And these embellishments are from one of the Hip Kit Club kits that I really had trouble using with the Hip Kit Club, and I kind of set them to the side and I was debating, you know, just throwing them in the recycling bin. And then I looked at main character energy and I looked at these elements and I was like, these are perfect for that. So I added them into my main character energy collection, and I got several of them used up on this layout, which I love. Here are some of the gold dust drops from Pink Fresh Studio. Those are fairly new. You can get them at my little scrapbook store. This is a page that I made for Scrap-A-Sketch, following one of their recent April sketches. It was a lot of fun. There's a lot of sewing on it. I'll just bring this up so you can see I stitched around the circle. I stitched around the edge of the layout. There's stitching on these bands of paper. So I followed the sketch pretty closely. It does have this circle element, and I have pictures here and then embellishments at the top. This is a layout that I made for one of the 52-week challenge prompts at my little scrapbook store for one of the April prompts. This is using the Simple Stories Mother's Day collection, and I took Nuvo drops and I made smears of Nuvo drops going down because the sketch for this prompt had paper strips, vertical paper strips going across the center of the page. So I changed that up to being smears of Nuvo drops, and I added in 3 photos, and all of the embellishments are pretty much from the sticker sheet. I added in some thickers. These are Bella Boulevard Alphas, Doodlebug Puffy Hearts, and then these are enamel dots that are from an older Simple Stories collection, but the colors are consistent and they match up and they're gorgeous. I just need to add in the journaling, probably down here on these lines, and then I'll be done. This is a layout I made because I'm down to like the bare bones of this Simple Stories Hello Today collection, and I really want to finish it up and get rid of it. I think I have enough to make one more page and then I will be officially done with this collection. But this was fun to make because these are all tiny photos, so I just sort of made a cluster of photos. I used one of the chipboard frames from the collection here, and yeah, I just had, you know, I had fun with the phrase strips, and I added in some butterflies because this singer sings a song that has a line about butterflies. So if you know the band and you know the song I'm talking about, you'll understand why I tend to put a lot of butterflies in layouts about this band, and then I had a very long story to add to this layout, so I just typed it up and matted it onto some pattern paper here. Here's another page that I made for Scrap-A-Sketch. This was for, I think, was this for one of their weekly sketches? I think this was for, no, I think this was for one of their premium sketches. They have an awesome sketch subscription membership that you can join for a very reasonable price, and you get an additional 6 exclusive sketches to the membership every month. I'll have that website linked below, and I will also have my coupon code for Scrap-A-Sketch, which will get you 10% off of their printables and their stencils. It does not apply to the monthly sketch subscription though. But this is using a P13 collection that was all sort of fantasy, medieval themed, and I scrapbooked a trip to medieval times with this. And lastly, I have a 2-page layout. Make sure I have it in the right order. Is that correct? Yes. My husband took a quick trip up to Vermont for like 2 days, and I just took some of the photos that he sent me on that trip and made a 2-page spread, so that way we have this in our books to remember that he went on this trip. And this is the crepe paper here plus there collection, and I added in some fun flares, puffy stickers. I have my journaling here, and these strips here are the washi tape from the collection. And that's it. 18 layouts made this month, so not too bad, right? I think that's a good chunk of layouts done. Thank you for joining me today, and if you like my project shares, give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you're notified of when I post new content. Thank you, and I'll see you again at the end of May. Bye.